Welcome back to Cowlitz River Restoration. It's been a minute since my last video, but here is a little video of me refinishing this cute dresser for a client of mine. I'm gonna paint the drawers and sand and stain and whitewash the rest of the dresser. Stay tuned to see this dresser transformed. I began by numbering the inside of all the drawers so that I didn't lose track of which one was which when I was painting them. You will see why. Stay tuned. Next, I removed all of the hardware. There were some cracks in the wood on the dresser and on some of the drawers, so I just filled them up with a wood putty. As you can see, I just kind of worked the wood putty in with my finger and called it good. I'm gonna sand it down once it dries. One of the cool things about this wood putty is that it dries super quick. So as soon as it was dry, I went over the whole thing with a 220 grit and my electric sander. After I'm done sanding, I knock all the dust off and I'm ready to paint those drawers. I used 4 different colors. I used 2 colors that I lightened up to create 4 colors. Ta-da! I painted the top drawers with a light lavender, then I used a lavender for the second drawer. The third drawer I went with a lighter purple, and then I did purple on the bottom. Stay tuned, you will see. I think it turned out really cute. I dry brush the sides of the drawers just to give a little bit of visual interest when opening and closing them. Next, I'm going to stain the dresser. I used a gray stain, be sure to wear gloves, and I just used an old rag to put the stain on with the pour and wipe method. Before I whitewashed this, I noticed that it was kind of coming apart at the seam here. So I glued the seam and then used some clamps. And then I'm gonna wipe up the excess because of course when it clamps down, there's a little bit of like overflow, which is good. It means that the glue got into where I need it to. And then I'll let it sit and dry. Now, once it's dry, I'm ready to whitewash. Well, I whitewash and also use some gray or a light gray to just create different variations, make it look kind of aged and weathered. I really like that look. Keep watching, stay tuned, and you will see how it turns out. I don't know if you noticed, but I also use water to keep my brush wet because I don't want the paint super concentrated. I'm very lightly brushing the top. Not a lot of pressure going on, and then I use my rag to kind of wipe and smear and get the excess off. I go over the whole thing or whitewash the whole thing with my linen white, and when I've completed that, I go back over the whole thing with my aged gray using the same technique. Once that's dried, I've got to seal it up. I used polyurethane in a matte finish, and I used a sponge brush, and I just put a light coat over the entire dresser, except for the drawers. So just the part that I stained and whitewashed, I'll go over that with the matte. And I like to put 2 coats. So once the first one's dried, I'll go back and I'll put a second coat just so that it's really nice and durable. I didn't get video of me clear waxing the drawers. I did clear wax them, so that's done. Now I'm putting on all of the knobs. I used glass knobs on this dresser, and they look so cute. So just hang out, watch. Also, when you're attaching the knobs, be really careful not to spin it on the front or where you've painted, because you could scratch your furniture, so always tighten it from the back. And this is the finished product. I think it turned out super cute. Please like and subscribe to my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.